All right, we had some technical difficulties here, pardon me, for the past 15 minutes, but Carolyn and I solved these problems. So
Well,
we're
I
okay to
smoked
go
air
ahead.
cigarettes.
But while this was happening, the woman sitting in front of you referred to me as what? Loser? At least five
She hurled
times.
insults. She
At least,
really
at least 5 times. Okay, and then she
With
also
a smile.
told me I was stupid. Okay,
With a smile.
with a smile. So, you know,
And what did you do? You laughed.
I enjoy that sort of abuse.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, yeah, I do.
You do.
I do. Okay. All right. Okay, it's time
Yeah.
to introduce you
Yeah.
now. Okay, a little family thing, and now we're going to go live. Here we go. Suzanne Summers.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, Caroline.
Hello, hello.
I can call you
My door 'cause
loser.
It was loud outside.
I can call you loser, and I can call you stupid because you are anything but. So it's so far out of the realm of possibility that can only be a joke. So I go loser,
Okay, but then someone
stupid.
just tuned in for the first time, and they've never seen me. They've only
Oh.
seen you.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I was wondering.
And you're
what-
sitting there calling this guy who's trying to correct things
which I so
stupid
appreciate. I so
and
appreciate
loser
you.
5 times. Okay.
It struck me as funny as I was sitting here drinking
was
my
funny.
gut renew coffee smoothie,
Yeah.
which is my afternoon drink, which I love.
Well, this box today
Yeah,
is going to change your life.
yeah.
Now, I'm making a little pun on that
Play on it,
because
yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but one of the things that's going out with the box this week is Suzanne's book, 365 Ways to Change Your Life. Okay?
You know, I just started reading it because I don't know, when did I write this? A long
Well,
time
you
ago.
wrote that long time ago. You know what I remember from this book?
No,
Day 59.
you're lying.
I'm not. You can look it up. Look up Day 59. I'll
This
tell
is
you.
Alan lying.
No, look it up right now, and I'll tell you what it is. It's.
I have a lot of people over the years who've written me saying this is what they keep in their bathroom and they read one every day.
Well, that's in case they
Okay.
run out of toilet. No, never mind. So look at 59.
Okay.
It's about me learning how to say I'm sorry, right? Day
don't know.
59.
How would you know that?
Can you count to 50?
What do you think I am, stupid?
Suzanne went right to the bonus gift, P.S. She went right to the bonus gift.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, this is the
Hold
book
on,
you
have you
get
got
for
Day
free.
59?
Yeah. All right. You know, but I don't know what this says. So you really believe this is about you?
Of course.
Okay.
That's not about me personally. It's
Oh,
about. Huh?
day 59. Say you're sorry.
Right. Okay.
It's a
oh,
simple.
wow, he wasn't kidding.
No, it's a simple statement and one of the most difficult for all of us to do. We feel we lose our power or that it weakens us, but in reality, it gives us power and will make us stronger. It ends the argument and eliminates the need to be right. Needing to be right is fear of relinquishing control. Gosh, I'm smart, I'm wise. But control is fear. What are we afraid of? Not being right? See the craziness of this circle? If we're always right, we can never learn because we are not listening to anyone but ourselves. Wow. Our purpose in life is to grow. That is how we evolve. Let go of the fear. Be wrong. It's okay. Thought for the day. I will say I am sorry when it is appropriate and mean it. I will listen to learn. How did you know you were day 59? How,
Because
really?
I read the book a long time ago.
I know, but you don't. How do you remember it's day 59?
Because I have a photographic memory, okay, and I have an abundance of memory cells. I do. I have a spare hippocampus or whatever that thing is called.
Hippocampus.
What is it called?
Hippocampus.
Hippocampus. Okay.
And an overactive pineal.
Oh yeah, I've had that a lot.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning with an overactive.
Oh, you're funny.
Okay.
You're very funny. All right. Well, I am proud proud of this book. I don't remember when I wrote it. Clearly, when I was,
Well, it says when you wrote it.
you know, one of the fights that Alan and I used to have in the early days, because we don't fight anymore, was why is it so hard for you to say I'm sorry? You all can relate to this. I think there's nothing more healing than a sincere and genuine and heartfelt apology. It ends it. It absolutely ends it. Don't you all feel that way?
23 years ago, you
I
wrote
wrote
that
this
book.
23. Gosh, I've been writing a long time. 23 years ago.
1999.
I had actually forgotten about it, and when I started reading it today, I wrote to Julie, my assistant, and I said, send copies of this, because I think we're giving all that's in the warehouse away today here, because it's not for sale anymore. You can't buy this. You can't order it on Amazon. And
You can't?
I don't
No,
think
we,
so.
we're still selling it.
Oh, we are?
have enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were cleaning out the
we're just
warehouse.
doing it as a
As you,
free-
as you can tell, I get all the information.
See,
for
friends,
Dan.
friends. Up until 10 seconds ago,
Yeah.
this was a really wonderful gift, okay? Coming straight from the heart,
Yeah. And
Okay.
what's wrong with it now?
because you thought the gift was there because we were, quote, cleaning out the warehouses.
And we just thought it went with the life changing.
It does. It does. I'm sorry. I thought I saw a memo that said we're warehousing a lot of books. Let's
You know, that's
lighten
why.
up.
Okay. All right. What else you got there?
Okay. I love this box. I was watching on TV. There's somebody else out there that's giving away a box, and it's nowhere near how good.
Well, it's not organic, first
No.
of all.
This is the flyer that's in this box. So resurfacing cream and resurfacing serum, which, as you know, I've been talking about lately because it's just so great. It removes dead skin with lime pearl. Do you have any of that at home? No. Phytic acid, glutathione, binds heavy metals, stabilizes new skin cells. Biggest repair to treat the mother cell, new cell free of toxins. Moisturizing, holy basil. Do you have any holy basil? How holy is it? I have basil, but I don't know if it's holy. Vitamin C and serum and cream, and this is really something you know. Women go to have these peels and things. It's not a peel, but what it does, resurfacing. You put it on every night for a couple of weeks. I've been using it this week, so I'll probably do it next week too, and it just makes your skin kind of better.
You know, here's the thing. The resurfacing serum and cream on its own is $125 value. So we always guarantee that Suzanne Selects will be worth at least $125,
Here, Al.
and you always get it home for $49.99. So we not only included the resurfacing duo, the serum and the cream, but also 2 additional products. So that's why this month is kind of a bonanza. Because some of you, even though the value is there, if you don't have more than 2 items, I think you'd be like, what? There are only 2 in here. But
Yeah.
these 2 items, the resurfacing serum and the cream, it helps you take off that top layer of skin to reveal youthful, beautiful skin underneath. So try this for a month. Let it replace whatever serum and moisturizer of Suzanne's you're using. And it is a wonderful thing. If you've ever seen someone who has had a micro peel at the dermatologist, your face gets red and deep. You can't go out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the
So
skin looks
that's what-
waxy.
Right. It's shiny.
Yeah, that's what Suzanne's talking about, because what that's doing is it's getting all the way down to the mother
Yeah.
cell and aggravating
Mother
that.
cell.
It's like a red, angry thing. Suzanne's giving you this so you can do it at home and you can use it yourself. Of course, it's nowhere near as strong as a dermatologist, but
I
it's
don't want to
also
have
a lot
one of
more
those.
pleasant.
I don't want to have one of those dermatologist treatments. I have a girlfriend down here who's been
Yeah.
doing them, and she's got red face for 2 weeks, and then after that, when it supposedly calms down, her skin looks all red and waxy. Whatever Caroline
And
just
thin.
and thin,
Almost
yeah,
see-through.
yeah. I think that
Let's
makes you
hope
look
she's
older.
Yeah, let's hope she's watching today.
And we've got the resurfacing cream and serum, but that's not all. We have the volumizing hair cream. And Alan uses this, and I use this to piece up my bangs. You know when you want, especially after you just wash your hair and it's all fluffy, you just take a little bit of that, right? And then you can just I'm doing this blind, so usually I'm in the mirror so I can do it kind of perfect. Does that look good?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'd like to know where the name bangs came from. Why would they call them bangs?
Why not?
No,
Bangs.
well,
Cut my bangs.
we know what
You know,
it
when
means
Bruce
now.
was a little boy, he had bangs. He was so cute. And I remember one day, I was his barber, so I took my scissors, which weren't good ones, and I cut his bangs, and oops, they're a little not crooked. And then I tried to fix it, and then it was more crooked on the other side. And Bruce, who was 5, looked in the mirror and said, "I look ugly." I said, "You could never look ugly." Anyway, after that, somehow, through thick and thin, we got him to a hairdresser who cut his hair properly. But he always had long hair, because he has such beautiful hair. And I never wanted to cut his hair, like your mom. She never wanted to cut your hair, right?
Right.
When you're a little boy and you have long hair, it's so beautiful. And Bruce's hair was so beautiful, and I loved it so much. And
Well, my hair was white
yeah, you were a little
and very curly.
towhead.
Yeah, very curly. I looked like a miniature Lana Turner.
By the way, in this shot that you've got, can you see my knees?
No.
Okay,
No.
good, because otherwise I'd have to keep them together like my mother always taught me, but this way I can just let them loose.
Yeah, we can't see.
Okay,
We can't
and
see.
then also in the box is this book,
What did your mother tell you?
Keep My Knees Together, always. Ladies always cross their legs or keep their knees together.
Oh, that was
Remember your mom's?
actually, you know what? That was the first, good Kate, that was the first birth control pill.
Yeah.
It was a pill and you
Yeah,
had to
put
hold it between your knees.
Yeah, right, nobody
Yeah.
could get in. I love this book. I don't know why. How many years ago? 22?
23.
23? So if I'm 75, I was probably 52. My wisdom started to pour then. I remember I didn't sell this book to the publisher. I wrote it while I was simultaneously writing another book. And
You were 52.
I said that.
Oh, I thought you
I
said.
actually could figure that out.
I thought you said 62.
No, 52.
Oh, okay.
But my wisdom was pouring, and I always say, the gift of aging is wisdom, and wisdom is the one thing no young person can buy or have. You get it, unless you're all pilled up. If you're all pilled up, you don't have any wisdom because you can't think. If you're not on hormones, you can't think. You can't think. I remember there was a show on the air when I was a little girl, a TV show called Hazel. Remember Hazel the maid? Remember she was all scatterbrained? That's because Hazel was in menopause and not on hormones. Anyway, when I started writing this, was on hormones. And I read things in here. I just started today. I do each day, like Alan remembered, the I'm Sorry Day. But then I do a thought for today. Here's day 33, thought for the day. The more I understand my feelings, the bigger the clue to solving the riddle of who I am. I will tune into my feelings as they happen. I need to ask myself why a particular event stirs emotions with me. These are my triggers to learning. Feelings are the messages I give to myself to understand who I am. When I hurt, I am teaching myself about myself. This becomes a springboard for growth. It's kind of wise.
Yeah.
For a 52-year-old, that's kind of wise. And as I read it, I feel that I was inspired to write this because all this wisdom was pouring through me. And there's a nice thing in the front. Barry Manilow and I were very good friends for a very long time, and this is by him. I believe we are who we choose to be. No one's going to come and save you. You got to save yourself. No one's going to give you anything. You got to go out and fight for it. Nobody knows what you want except you, and no one will be as sorry as you if you don't get it. so don't give up on your dreams. He wrote that in his book, Sweet Life. And when I was writing this book, he and I would send off pearls of wisdom to one another. Why don't you write one about this? We were both going through a growth development at that time that was a wonderful experience. I wanted to know who I am. Don't you? You know, why am I the way I am? Today I do know why I am the way I am, but back then I'm still trying to figure it out. And it's simple things like hurt, like I just read about, or feelings. These are all necessary emotions so we can dig down and figure out who we are. It's a wonderful thing. Growth is why we're here. Everything that's sent to you, good or bad, is sent to you because you're here to learn and grow. And there are people who push this away and they don't get the opportunity. Life is this incredible opportunity to get it right. So I think, get this, and like so many people wrote me when they bought this book, keep it in your bathroom and every day read a day. And it will supercharge you to think all day about what you want to accomplish with this day and become the best person you can be. We all have in us a magnificent being that is waiting to emerge. So let yourself emerge and be all that you can be. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And Alan now is going to tell you the deal while I have some Gut Renew coffee smoothie.
Okay, the retail value of the box today is $165. You're going to pay $49.99, or let's call it $50. That's 70% off. We haven't had one like that for a long time.
No.
Wow.
No.
Okay. Take a look
And
at
if you guys
this.
are new to Suzanne Selects, this is Suzanne's subscription program. You sign up for Suzanne Selects at SuzanneSummers.com, and you can choose to get her amazing surprise box once a month or every 2 months or every 3 months. If you want to pause or cancel, you can do that after one shipment. So you sign up for the program, and every month, or however frequently you sign up, you'll always pay that $49.99, but we change the contents every month. So we come up with some new theme. It's always worth at least $124.99. And this month, as Alan said, it's a very high value. It's $164.99.
And
so
you
it's a good
get
deal.
this picture of me. Know why I like this picture? There's stuff I don't like about this picture, but know what I like about it? My favorite shoes. Look at the shoes. Polka dot shoes.
I know what you don't like. I can tell you what you don't like about it.
What?
Your
Proportion.
shorts aren't short enough.
You're absolutely right.
For proportion, they
I-
need to be shorter.
What I understand is proportion. You're so right. She gets me. When you look at this, and then cut these shorts off here. The best part of my legs aren't showing here because of the length. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to do it tonight.
Oh,
I
I'm so
have-
glad we have something to do tonight.
I have a talent. I
Are
have
we,
a
are we
talent.
going to play try-on as well?
No,
Okay.
no, that's a lot of work for me because this hand's not working yet.
Okay.
Try buttoning buttons on your shirt when your fingers are totally numb. What I understand, and I think I'm the best at it, I understand proportion. I don't need to buy expensive clothes, although if they're expensive, it's great. Although I haven't bought any expensive clothes in a long time. It just all has to be the right proportion. Everything. If you're wearing a shirt, it's got to be the right proportion. If you're wearing shorts, they got to be the right proportion. And this, I put it on for the photo shoot. It was a new jumpsuit, and I had not looked at it. And when I look at this, I go, so wrong.
Still cute, but you just need a little hem.
I'm gonna do that. No, I'm not. That's not what our night is tonight. Do you know?
Sassy Surf Girl 22 said this is one of your best boxes.
Mm.
5 exclamations, and she's been around a long time.
Thank you, sassy
she tells
girl.
it like it is, Sassy Girl.
Okay.
Sassy Surf Girl 22.
Top of the morning to you.
My husband wants to drink a little tequila.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
You know, I've been drinking Irish whiskey lately.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, I mean,
What I don't understand about you today,
Oh,
Alan has bought 4 great new jackets: a yellow seersucker, a pink linen, a red, and white. These are all these great sports jackets. And so I dressed all kind of light in summer because it's so unbelievably hot here. It's 93 degrees behind me. And he comes out, put your glasses on and show them how cute you are. It's a great shirt. And I want to send a picture of this to Phyllis Washington, who gave you that shirt. It's a great shirt. But it sure
Okay.
looks crappy with my outfit. And we're like dates.
Oh, so this is all about you?
Yeah.
No. Well, you should have said that. You could have saved.
Yeah.
Having to
Imagine
explain
if
it.
he had on the pink jacket and a white T-shirt underneath. Wouldn't it have looked?
You know,
This
it
is
would-
not a good picture.
It would have been. It would have
Red
been, no, it would have been,
and pale pink.
It would have been great
What it would
if you
have?
had said to me,
Yeah.
okay, because we're very close while we're getting ready for the show. You said to me, Alan, I'm going to be wearing this top,
Yeah.
and I think you
Pale
should wear.
pink.
I think you should wear one.
What
of
if
your-
you had worn your pink linen jacket
Great.
with this outfit?
Home
It would
run.
look so great. Home run.
Home run.
And then yesterday when I wore the white lace top, wouldn't your seersucker yellow, pale yellow, would have been great with it.
You're right.
So from here on in, I'm going to dictate to you what I think. You can do whatever you want, but what I think you should wear.
Okay.
He usually does a pretty good job on his own.
Th-
He's
this
You guys usually look
relationship
quite
is turning
coordinated.
I know.
authoritarian.
What?
Okay. I said this relationship is turning authoritarian. Okay. I'm very
Did
slowly.
you like it? You like me
I'm
telling
very-
you what to
I'm
look
very-
at my bracelet that Alan gave me. Is that the most beautiful? It's the first expensive piece of jewelry he ever gave me. Look at that.
Wouldn't
Look what you did, and look at this ring that you gave me.
oh,
Remember
that was in
that?
that little place in the central
Little
France.
opal with diamonds around it. Remember? Yeah, we were in Saint Tropez.
Yeah, it wasn't San Tropez. It was like in the middle of France
Uh-huh.
somewhere,
Right,
a little
okay.
village. And we went into this little tiny store, and she had one of everything, antiques. And we saw that ring, and we bought it. And then you actually included it and made it in your jewelry collection.
I
right?
did. I did. I let you buy my ring,
Yeah.
which I thought was very big of me. It's so pretty. Anyway.
I have to get back to the reason I've been hired here. Okay. I have to
Yeah,
get-
and actually, Suzanne, you have a lot of new people who missed when you went through the items. So if you could just do a quick run through.
Oh,
of
hello,
the items,
everybody.
that would be
Okay,
helpful.
that's cue for me to say
Get out.
so long.
Get
for
out
now.
of town. We have, it all started with me. Many, many years ago when I started on Three's Company, a catalog came in the mailbox, a catalog. And remember when there were no catalogs, there was no internet, there were no cell phones. I'm really dating myself, but a lot of you are my age, and it's like, remember? You remember. And this catalog came in from Tiffany's. It was powder blue, just like our nail polish called Pool, which is the most. You should show them your feet because you got pool
Oh,
on
that's
your
right.
feet.
I've got pool on today.
Yeah, he has pool on his toes. He's so cute. And I opened the catalog, and it was frankly a bunch of stuff I didn't need, but wow, you just like call that number and then they'll send it to you. And then a week or maybe at that time everything was slow, a week or two later, you go out to your mailbox and there's a present. And I liked it. And it might have been a keychain that I didn't need or a pen that I didn't need. But wow, was it fun to get I know I paid for it, but it was a present. And then when we started doing this show, I realized, well, Caroline and I realized that we could do the same thing for you, but give you stuff that you really need or want. And so today is our Suzanne Selects box, and you sign up for it. You can get it every month if you want. If you don't want it every month, you can tell them how many times you want it, or if you only want it once, or if you want it, whatever you want, just figure it out. But today, we've got our resurfacing cream and resurfacing serum, which are very expensive products, and Caroline will tell you how much they are, and they do the job. We were talking about women who go and have those resurfacing facials where their skin gets all pink and red, and then you can't go out for a week or two, and then when you do go out, it's all so shiny. Don't dare go in the sun. And I live here in the desert, so all these women are walking around with these big hats all the time. This does it without any aggravation. It just I'm using it right now. I've been using it for a week. I'm going to use it all next week. use it for 2 weeks at a time. It's kind of incredible, and it gives you.
I use the whole bottle, which lasts me about a month, but it depends on how much you put on.
So you put it on every single night?
I do like a cycle of it, but you know, like Suzanne does it for 2 weeks. You guys can decide how long you like
Whatever
it.
you want. So that's
whatever
that's
works
in
for you
this box, and it's really expensive.
And those are $65 each.
I told you
Each
they're
one of those
expensive.
items, $65 each. So just those 2 products are $125.
And we charge according to how much it costs us to make these products. We use the best of the best. In fact, I won't bore you by going into that. The next thing that's in this Suzanne Selects box, which is your present that's going to come every month, and I'm telling you, or 1 month or whatever you want, you're going to love going, ooh, I know I paid for it, but how fun. The resurfacing cream. So, I mean, volumizing cream. You know what that is? It's like paste that you make your bangs piecey, or bring pieces down, or you want your earrings to show, so you want your hair to be piecey, or if you wear it up in a ponytail and you want pieces. This is so incredible. And Al, who is, Mr. My Hairdo, he uses this every day, and he's always bringing a little curl down or something. It's a great thing. And then the next thing.
It's a great reshaper for your hair too.
Yeah, reshaper.
Like if you're someone who doesn't wash your hair every day, and the second day maybe you slept on it a little bit funny, you can use this to sort of reshape or take a funny cowlick and get it back in the right area.
Do you know my sister only
Yeah.
washes her hair every 2 weeks? Because
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh,
That's what I always say to her.
Wow.
2 weeks. She says it looks great.
oh,
It gets dirtier it gets, the better it looks. And then every 2 weeks she goes to the hair. I wanted to send her shampoo. She said, I don't need it. I don't wash my own hair. Every 2 weeks I go to my hairdresser, and he washes it and combs it back and does it, and she looks great.
you
all
can
right.
you can lose friends like that.
No,
2 weeks without
she's
washing.
so great. All right, this.
She bathes. She just doesn't wash her hair.
Yeah, she bathes. You know what she does? She drives me nuts, as only big sisters can do, and you have big sisters. When I call her, hi, how are you? And then I hear the water going into the bathtub. It's a little annoying, but I don't say anything. And then I hear her get into the bathtub, and then I hear her propping the phone up, and that's how we have our conversations, her in the bathtub, or sitting at her makeup table where she's throwing this and throwing that, and I'm going, It's noise pollution, but she's my big sister, and I love her, and she's
You
wise.
don't allow that. You don't allow that with anyone but Maureen. Then
I don't.
Because
I hate it.
You won't stay on the phone with like Bruce and I have to like stay absolutely put because we know you're super triggered by.
I am.
better now.
It's a bad noise. It's a hostile. The way the microphone picks up moving stuff around on a table, or what Bruce, who I adore, had a habit of doing his vitamins while he was talking. Bruce, he can't just call me. He's got to be doing something. He's always multitasking. So I used to get him when he'd fill all his vitamins, and you hear like that. And finally, I said, I can't talk to you when you're doing your vitamins. So now he calls me when he's running, or when he's driving somewhere. That's how he calls. It's okay. I'm just glad he calls me, because mothers with their sons, they're always saying I got to put my head in the oven because he never calls me. He calls me. He may be running, he may be driving, but at least it's not when he's doing his vitamins. Okay, that's enough about Bruce, Caroline's husband, who I chose Caroline to be the wife. Didn't I, Caroline? I
You
did.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did.
Caroline walked into Bruce's 21st birthday party. I didn't know who any of his friends were at Berkeley. I had one relative in the group. I said, who are his friends? Let's invite them. And so they all come in, and I'm not liking the girlfriend that he has at the time. I'm sorry if you're listening. Caroline walks in, and I went, oh, she likes him. She's beautiful. She's sharp. She's smart. Wow. And so the next day I said to Bruce, kind of an inaccurate thing, I said, long after beauty fades, personality is so important. What I was trying to say is, the girlfriend you have is real pretty, but this girl is so much prettier and so much smarter and so savvy. And I said, that Caroline girl is really something. And he said, oh, she'd never go out with me. I said, oh, yes, she would. I saw the way she was dancing around you. Yes, she would. And so I pushed it. And then Bruce's fraternity house burned down. And where did he go? To his good friend Caroline's house, because he had no place to sleep. And he never left.
That's pretty radical that Bruce burned down the fraternity house so we could move in with Caroline.
So he could sleep with Caroline.
We were actually dating by that point.
You were? Well,
We were dating. Yeah, we were dating when the house burned down.
oh, not like Bruce told it. Bruce likes to make it more dramatic. But, okay.
But it's true.
Why am I holding this book up? I wrote this book, as Alan pointed out, 23 years ago. My wisdom was just starting to pour. But as I read it today, it's wise. I was wise beyond my years at that time. Interesting to note, it was when I started on hormones. When you start through lab work, you can't just haphazardly throw them on or rub the cream on. You got to do blood tests or urine tests and go to a qualified doctor. Go to our Live Health. Oh my God, it's so incredible to get a doctor who gets it. And they'll set you up right. But once it's not a miracle, but you start feeling better within a week or two. That's what happened to me. I went to my hormone doctor that I'd heard about, an endocrinologist in Santa Barbara, California. When I finally, because I'd been from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor, and I finally, the last doctor I was with was this guy, this old guy, and he patted me on the shoulder, and he said, the drug companies know best, dear. The dear part really bothered me. And I thought, yeah, you old fool. And then my manicurist, Denise, she's painting my nails, and she said, well, there's an incredible endocrinologist up in Santa Barbara, and she's giving out bioidentical hormones. I said, what? What's bioidentical hormones? So I read up on it. I called her, made an appointment. She said, you got to have your lab work done first. I had my lab work done. I got in the car the day of my appointment with my lab work. I drove up there like a maniac. I'm sitting in front of her, and she's looking at my lab work, and she said, oh, you poor thing. I said, what? She said, you must feel awful. I said, I do. I feel awful. She said, you have virtually no progesterone, your feel-good hormone, and your estrogen levels are barely there. I don't know how you're getting through each day. I said, I don't know either. I feel terrible. I said, I'm a happy person. I love my life. I love my husband. I love life. I love living, but I feel like I'd be better off for the planet if I wasn't on this earth. Suicidal. Not really, but that's the depth of my feelings. And she said, okay, I'm going to put you together, but it's not going to happen immediately. And I said, why? She said, I can't give you everything you need right now. I said, why? She said, because it took a long time to lose your hormones. It's going to take a while to get them back. So I can give you bioidentical hormones, which I'll explain in a minute. In the increments, you'll start feeling a little better. And so she started me on the bioidentical hormones, biologically identical to the human hormone, an exact replica of what our body once made or still makes a little of. And she said, I want you to call me with symptoms. I said, what are the symptoms? She said, you'll know. Well, remember I said the 7 dwarves of menopause? Itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. So I call her 2 weeks later. I said, I'm feeling a little better, but I have that itch on my leg. She goes, okay, what were your stresses this week? And I told her. She said, okay, I'm going to raise your estrogen a little, and I'm going to raise your progesterone a little, because it's all about the ratio. You can't throw a bunch of estrogen and expect to feel good, because then the progesterone goes, where do I fit in here? It's a symphony. Hormones are a symphony. And when you get the symphony in tune, life is a beautiful thing. I think so much of why I'm so serene and so happy and so content in a year that's been very difficult for all of us, But add to that I broke the whole right side of my body. I wake up every morning, I thank God for my beautiful husband who kisses me awake. I thank God for the beautiful day. Alan and I went on our walk this morning. We now realize with this heat, we have to get out there at 6 a.m. But what a beautiful thing it is to walk in the morning light at 6 o'clock in the morning. We had a nice long walk. We came home and he made me his incredible fluffy fried eggs. So I was able to put my hormones back together again. And when I did, it took me 1 full year. Don't get discouraged, because along the way you're feeling better and better and better, much better than you did on the synthetic hormones or trying to white knuckle it. You feel better and better and better. And then at about the 1 year mark, I remember thinking, wow, I feel amazing. I feel like I did when I was in my 20s, but actually I feel better because in my 20s I was kind of hormonally imbalanced. I was getting PMS because bad periods and all that. I was feeling great. I wasn't itchy. I wasn't bitchy. I wasn't bloated. I wasn't forgetful. And I wasn't all dried up. It all came back. And so that's when I wrote this book, because I had no symptoms of all the hormonal decline that is a part of aging, and my wisdom started pouring. And I'm actually kind of amazed at the wisdom that's in this book. I'll read you another one. I'll just randomly go anywhere. It doesn't matter, does it, Al?
Doesn't matter to me.
Day 59 for Alan. Okay, let's just go to day 46. I have no idea what I'm going to read. I will spread love wherever I go. I will not reserve it only for those with whom I am close, but I will give love in the simplest of ways, through kindness, caring, courtesy, and decency to everyone with whom I come in contact. I am aware that I am part of a collective whole, and to spread love is another form of loving myself, which is the key to happiness. Any page you open is going to do that to you, what it just did to you. I know what it did. It did it to me. It's like, that's truth. Truth is mesmerizing. You can't phony it up. You gotta this whole book came from my soul, and it makes me wonder, did I even write it? Sometimes I read,
It also came from, I have to say, you spent decades getting yourself well from your very traumatic childhood.
Yeah.
And again, I always say this about you. Once you figure something out, you share what you've learned along the way. So all those years of digging in and figuring it out, I believe, have reached a state of enlightenment.
Thank you.
Then have written these books to share what you've learned along the way, medically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, all those ways. So this is such a special book.
What a nice thing to say. I know when I sat down tonight and I looked at it, I looked over at my bookcase and I thought, I don't have any of these books here. So I just wrote Julie, as I told you earlier, to send me 10 copies, because she's right. I was broken. I was a broken person, and I'm not. I am so emotionally healthy. I live in gratitude. I love my life. I am grateful. I've had a hard year, like I've said a couple of times, because I broke the whole right side of my body. All I think of when things aren't right, I think, but what I can do is, you always have to look at what you can do rather than what you can't do. Want me to read you another one? Because I won't know. I'm just going to go anywhere. And
while Suzanne's looking for a new one, so you guys, those are the 4 items in the box. It's the resurfacing serum and the cream, the volumizing hairstyling cream, and this wonderful book, 365 Ways to Change Your Life. The retail value of all the contents in this box is $164.96. You always will pay $49.99 for Suzanne Selects. So today the box is 70% off.
So great.
It's a huge discount. It's a big box.
And it's
If
a
you read the
present.
comments, a lot of people are saying this is like one of your best boxes.
it's a present that comes in the mail and you go, woo! Okay, don't know what this is. Day 72. Maury Schwartz, the subject of Mitch Albom's book, Tuesdays with Maury. Did any of you ever read Tuesdays with Maury?
Sure.
Oh my God, that was such
yeah.
an incredible book. Maury's dying, and these were all his thoughts. Says that when you are dying, you think about the time you spent in your life not getting along with the people who meant something to you. Haven't we? Can't we all relate to that? Like, wow, stupid. You wish you had that time back, and if you could, he says, you would spend your time loving each other instead. Somehow, deep in our hearts, we know that love is all there is, that every person with whom we come in contact is placed before us to give ourselves the opportunity to grow and learn. Sometimes the path can be a difficult one, but that would be the way you have chosen to learn this time around. If we learn to value time early on in life, we wouldn't have to wait until we are old and dying to achieve this state of enlightenment and wisdom. The people who are important to us deserve to be taken seriously and not dismissed because our ego prevents us from listening to and taking advice from others. If we make it a point to hear the lessons being given us and respect the source, a change will happen. Instead of combative relationships with those we care about, we will have loving, nurturing relationships that include accepting information and advice. Then others around us will learn by our example how to do the same when it applies. I'm learning right now. I'm thinking of someone in my life. I'm going, absolutely, yes, absolutely. The thought for the day: I will pay attention to the people in my life and try to see their point of view as well as my own. I will listen and not always have to be right, knowing that we all have something to teach and something to learn from each other. The additional benefit will be early wisdom. I just opened it up. That's a page that I can open any page in this book, and wow, something was happening with me when I wrote that book. And thank you, Caroline, for those incredible compliments. You know, some of us get it early on and learn later in life, and some of us learn later in life because we got it early on. We're all going to get something. I had a shitty early on. And getting pregnant as a teenager and being shamed from my family and having no money to hope that I could make us a meal made me who I am. It's all a process of learning and growth. There's nothing dark or negative about anything that we have gone through. Caroline has gone through one of the worst things that can happen to a child, and she's one of the most magnificent women I know. Alan has gone through, well, wait. Alan grew up in a boarding house. Did you know Alan grew up in a boarding house with 17 people, and he was a little blonde kid called Sonny. And everybody loved Sonny. He was the only kid in the house. I know there was only one bathroom, but I bet when Sonny had to go to the bathroom, everybody stood outside and let Sonny go to the bathroom.
Yeah, Sonny didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't go to the bathroom until I was 11.
Where did you do what you do?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you? But you know, you've had not giving away too much. Al likes to be all by himself in the toilet area, and he has to take all his clothes off.
What do you mean Al likes to be by himself? That's virtually impossible.
I know, but when you were a kid, you probably just craved being all alone in the toilet.
So does everybody. Did you want to have a crowd come in and hang out with you?
I had to share. When I went to the bathroom, my mother was usually in there, and when I took a bath, my mother was usually in there. We had one bathroom too.
What was she doing?
I had someone else in the bath with me.
She had someone else in the bath with her,
Yeah,
right?
There's 6 kids.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but my mother would only let me put this much water in the bathtub because we have to save water. Like that's like.
It was a revelation when I started dating Bruce, and I was like, "What are you doing?" Because he put so much water in.
Yeah,
the
right up to the
bathtub.
top.
I didn't understand that. Yeah.
Well, I used to take a bath with Bruce every day until there comes a time when you're a mother when you go, oh, okay, I think we've got to stop this, which I was very sad. But anyway, we were taking a bath together, And then I dried him off and put him in bed and rubbed his back and gave him a little story. And it was a hot night in Sausalito, and I'm lying in the bed, in my bed, and next to my bed is a window, but it's also the walkway to the front door. And I had a mirror, because I didn't have a place to hang it, on the wall over there. And I'm watching my little TV, which I got from you, Alan, from some game show or something.
Yep.
And I look in the mirror and I see a big white hairy leg coming through the window that I had open because it was hot and a hot summer night and was cooling off from the bath. And instincts are interesting. I jumped up and I slammed that window. I tried to slam it on his leg, and then I called the police. And the police had come to our house, and they're searching around. They couldn't find the guy, but there was a ladder on the deck outside the bathroom that you could climb up the ladder and then look through the skylight down at the bathtub. And this creep watched us take a bath together, and we never found him.
Didn't you find it odd when the police came that one of the cops had one pant leg rolled up, and he had a
Big white hairy
very hairy leg?
I'll never forget that leg. I just saw it coming through the window. It was a big calf and a white and hairy.
Wow.
I'm still looking for you, whoever you are.
Yeah. Not for any particular reason you'd be interested in.
Karma Wagon would have gotten him. A mother taking a gentle bath with her little boy. That was just like so wrong. But anyway.
Well, unbelievably, you guys have done the hour.
No. Wow, we never even talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, which, man, toxic relationships, huh? I watched off and on this and that, but they were toxic with each other. They should never have stayed. Why do we stay in toxic relationships? I don't know. I grew up in one. All I know
So did
is,
he.
yeah, so did he. Yeah, his mother called him One Eye, and all I know is I love our relationship. It's so
Me too.
calm. Everything about our life is so calm. Now I'm going to make you an amazing dinner.
And I have a very special gift for you.
What?
Something that I know you're going to love. I know you're going to love this.
This is Al.
No, if you don't absolutely love this, I apologize, okay?
All right. All
Okay,
right.
close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. Open your eyes.
A cookie?
Huh?
A coconut cookie. Oh, I love it.
See, I told
And I
you.
love you.
I love you. I told you. Okay, well, this gets me set up for the evening.
Okay. So you don't want to know what you're having for dinner?
I think
Chicken wings.
I do.
Chicken wings that I've been marinating in tamari and a little soy and chili oil and garlic, and then I put all sorts of, Tuscan sea salt rub, which is our Tuscan rub, which is so great, and Hungarian paprika and ground ginger and ground garlic and a lot of powders on it. And I've been marinating it all day, and it's in the oven right now. It's going to get really crispy. And then I'm making Chinese fried rice, and we have a great green salad with chopped up vegetables. Kind of great. Good
How
night.
did the frozen pot stickers work?
Oh, this is the way to do it.
They worked?
They
Okay.
they were
Yeah.
just as good, frozen.
Okay, good.
Just
And
as good.
No, you don't have to defrost them.
No,
It's easier.
but I did, ish. But they were still a little frozen, and they were just as good if I just made them fresh. In fact, this weekend I'm gonna make a whole new batch and keep them in the freezer. And then when I want to do it, I just take out what I need. So, I love you all. I do. You mean a lot to me, and I can feel it coming through the cameras here. I feel I know you. I feel you know me, and I love you. And remember, it's not who you are. It's not what you do. It's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. And I love you, Caroline and Alan. I love you too. And I'll
I
eat a
love you
cookie.
too. Good night, guys. We're
Good
back
night.
on Friday.
Good night.
Thank you.